Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remaster. Today from the semifinals of Season 2 Noob Star League for 2024. We've got ourselves a PvT here on Anti-Hunters. It's going to be a yellow Terran player top side. It is bigCHEESE. And on the bottom side, it is b.harleyjarvis. So blue versus yellow here on Anti-Hunters. I'm not sure what that is, but this replay was sent to me by a patron of mine, David, who is a patron at the $10 a month level, which means he can send me any replay a month and I'll cast it for him and put it on the main channel. So hey, here we are on Anti-Hunters. I don't know exactly what that means. I guess it's a 4-player map? Yeah, so spawn here. Oh, maybe like a... Is this another main? Is this like a 6-player map? Should be fun. Anyway, but yeah, it's just a 1v1 here. So yeah, this is a main. So left side or right side mains. Top side, bottom side, bottom side. We got ourselves some fairly wide bridges here. Yeah, so I think this is... a Protoss favored map. But anyway, information about the Noob Star League is available in the description here. Let's see. The tournament honors the many noobs who play this game on Battle.net on Noob Friday events. The Noob team games take place on the West Coast server every Friday night, Pacific time. Be there and enjoy the intense action. Though Noob Friday is primarily a team-based event, the NSL is a 1v1 tournament with 5 qualified players. This year, it was decided that an ASL-style showcase 4-player round would take place, and the top 3 winners from that would feed into a double elimination-style 4-person bracket. Very cool. So b.harleyjarvis was involved, bigCHEESE, Dabman, Pasty Bloater, and Tittleman's Crest were in. So there's a link to a Reddit post about this from a couple of weeks ago. If you want to check that out, you can. So what's going on here in this game? Did he go Nexus first? Oh! Our man b.harleyjarvis. Nexus is first on this ginormous map. Holy Hannah. Let's go. This is going to be so hard for bigCHEESE to handle, dude. I like how there's a little square of green here that says, put your barracks or gateway here for walling off purposes if you want to do that, I guess. That looks like that's what it is here on Anti-Hunters? Anyway, who knows? Probe scouts in, sees what's going on, sees the rack, says, haha, you didn't command center first me. But also, SCV has no idea what b.harleyjarvis is up to down here. Tastosis is pretty well convinced that this is a build order loss for the Terran player. And I know it's super early. Like, I know this is going to be a... Yeah, but it's in the first, like, minute. How's that a build order loss? Well, you can go pool first against a command center first in TVZ, and it's a build order loss, right? Right. But if you don't scout it, you can't really punish it. Ooh, the man is going factory, though. This could be tricky, but the way you punish this, we've seen this done on the channel before, is you go ahead, make a bunch of Marines, pull some SCVs, build a bunker, kill this Nexus, and then the Protoss is in a really, really bad way all of a sudden. But, oh, he lifted the racks and a pylon got warped in underneath it. So two factory, no expansion, bigCHEESE is, there you go. He SCV scouted this Nexus first, so he's like, okay, throw down another factory. We're going to punish this. I don't think we need to do this. I think this is a bad reaction from bigCHEESE. I really don't think that you need to kill this pylon with SCVs, but I guess they're here, so let's go. Send them down. Let's go. Let's try to murder this dude. He's not even making a zealot. He's making a Dragoon. Ooh, all right, man. Here goes nothing. We got our gas. We've only got 1 SCV on it, though, so we're not going for a ton of gas here, which means maybe Vultures on the play, but it is Dragoons. It is Dragoons all the time, and I don't know. This, if there's not some kind of a 1-base timing attack coming in here like now, then I think bigCHEESE is in all of the trouble known to Terran kind here. Got away with it, man. 2-gate, Cybercore, second base, rolling. This is such a beautiful, beautiful opening. I'm just utterly, utterly, utterly impressed here by what we're seeing from our guy, b.harleyjarvis right now. He got away with it. Nothing really punishing coming out of here. I mean, it's siege mode. You could wander down and try to siege this thing. That'd be pretty good, but there'd have to be some kind of a move out. I'd love to see consistent marine production here too. Man, if you showed up with like 2 siege tanks and a bunch of SCVs and built a bunker, you could get that bunker down. You could get that bunker down. And that would be it. That would be it for this Nexus. But bigCHEESE seems more interested in worrying about what this Nexus versus Protoss player is doing to him. And that's not the way to go here at all. I mean, that is just ultra, ultra, ultra problematic here. Comsat station coming in. At least you can scout, see what the Protoss is up to. Making more and more Dragoons all the time. Dragoons are the backbone of your army in this matchup as well as PvP. And they've got their place in PvZ as well. So, I mean, Dragoon, pathing issues aside, honestly have claimed to be the best unit for the Protoss arsenal in every matchup. In general. I really think so. So, CC finally coming in, but you are so behind. It hurts me, bigCHEESE. bigCHEESE, my friend. Mon frère. My brother. Mon ami is my friend here. Ugh. Just this is what you do if you think there's like a one-base play coming from the Protoss. So they're like 3-gating you. They're gonna show up with like a bunch of Dragoons and Zealots. Like you hard wall, you build inside, you get tanks behind it. You're like, okay, I'm ready. I got this thing taken care of. What are you up to? What are you up to, b.harleyjarvis? I see you back here. I see you have shenanigans on your brain. Ah. Oh, this is so problematic. This is the most problematic thing. All right, bigCHEESE, if you can come back and win this thing, I'm going to be impressed. Now, the trick here is that b.harleyjarvis is not Snow. The man is not Bisu, okay? So he's not going to be in a position to perfectly take advantage of what you're doing here. Honestly, I'm not sure that he needs to do anything to take advantage of what you're doing here. Just keep making probes, I guess, which he's doing. 31 to 28 workers. There are so many SCVs up here for bigCHEESE. But his second base is done. Starport coming in. What are you doing? I see you. And here comes the what? Here comes some vultures. Here comes some siege tanks. Here comes a marine. But you've let this Dragoon count balloon to a concerning number of 5 here. You can one volley a tank with this. One volley, bam, tank down. One volley, bam, tank down. Like, it's so easy. Dragoon production not continuing here for harleyjarvis, but spending cash on more gateways. Yeah, maybe that's a mistake, is throwing up additional gateways here when the Terran is making a move out effectively off of one base. I mean, the second base is here. What do we got, folks? All right, Dragoon says, I see siege tanks on my front door. That's usually pretty bad news. Oh, so where's the rest of your army? No, guys! Guys, you gotta join up. You gotta join. Okay. Okay, now I think you can just kind of A-move from here. I love the Goliath. Never. Okay, Dragoons are dying. All of a sudden, it's looking pretty bad for b.harleyjarvis. He's trying to throw up cannons back here, but the man has siege tanks. Okay, siege up, 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 siege up. There we go. All right, sieging up. Keeping people back, firing on that cannon, firing on this forge. All right. This is good stuff. Gonna deny an upgrade here, too. That is +1 attack. Trying to come in on these Dragoons. Nope. Utterly denied. I don't think it's gonna be canceled either. Are both tanks firing on this thing? Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Bajong. Okay. So, let's see. Transferring some SCVs down from this main base. You got 34 SCVs, man. You got to put some SCVs down here on this base. I like you're taking your second gas. That's great. More and more tanks, honestly, continuing to show up here would be fantastic. 2 tanks is good. Yes, more tanks are showing up. More tanks are being produced. There's a dropship and a shuttle in production. Also down here for harleyjarvis. Okay, now siege forward. Let's go. Yes, spider mines too. Huge fan of these spider mines too. Drones fighting. Not fighting, rather. Drones getting killed. Okay, fall back to the tanks. Yes, Dragoons, when they take tank shots, they get real scared and they fall back. Every time. Siege forward. Siege forward. Nope, that's not forward. Siege forward. Like, here's the thing. Well, I don't know. Protoss on 2 base. You're on 2 base. Yes, you're actually in a fine position. I am curious to see what the shuttle is going to be used for. Ooh, trying to zealot bomb this thing. There was a Goliath here. It appears the Goliath got taken out. Or, yeah, it looks like the Goliath died. So no anti-air to deal with it. But, man, sieging forward would be great. More tank production. We do see tanks in production here. More Goliaths. More Vultures. Swinging on down. And this is a win condition here for bigCHEESE. You've got a 2-basing Protoss. You've got a 2-basing U. Once again, horribly oversaturated here in your main base with 35 SCVs. 35 SCVs on 1 base. I mean, I guess there's some gas being taken down here, yes. But you don't have... It's not like you got a ton of minerals here either. You need more minerals. You need to saturate that second. If this base goes to Harley-Jarvis, now I feel like the undersaturation of the natural base is going to be an issue. Okay, sieging up. Good, good. Zealots. Are we going to, like, double shuttle Zealot bomb? That looks like what we're going to try to do here for Harley-Jarvis. Citadel coming in. +1 attack on the way. Goliath is in the mix here. Harley-Jarvis not panicking. He knows panicking into siege tanks is how you die. So dropship heading out in the pipe 5x5. Let's see... Is he going to try to drop maybe some Vultures into the main base? That would actually be pretty rad. Getting into this mineral line with Vultures would be very, 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 very cool. Karen boost on the way for the Goliath. Love that. Zealot legs. If we're going to wait for Zealot legs before we Zealot bomb, it's unnecessary. If you Zealot bomb, the Zealots are not really going to have a chance to move usually. They usually drop on a tank and get obliterated. Tank the tank with them, you know? Ooh, high ground position spotting. Spotting over this wall with this dropship is nice. Okay, here goes. Dragoons getting a bit of a concave here. Not really enough siege tanks. Some spider mines being laid would be rad. But a lot of these Vultures are dying with spider mines inside of their cockpits. Ooh, spider mine connection. More damage to the Terran there than the Protoss, I would say. And, yo, what a breakout there. Got a concave, did the Zealot bombing, good connections. And now Protoss is up in overall total army supply and feeling okay about it. Didn't lose this Nexus. Took some damage to it. But, you know, just shields. Those will come back. More gateways on the way here from b.harleyjarvis. Are we finally... Look like maybe... There are still so many SCVs up here. Look how much bouncing there is going on. And hardly saturating here at all the natural base. I like the 3rd base attempt up to top left here, or top right here by bigCHEESE. Big fan. Probe might expand over this way. Did throw down a pylon, and I thought maybe proxy, but decided not to spend the money on an expansion if there is a Terran army at the front door, which is entirely fair. That's what we're here for. Okay, so Protoss taking a 3rd base here would be pretty nice, because Terran's 3rd base is well on its way to completing. Interesting building turrets here. I guess maybe hoping that b.harleyjarvis just blindly sends a shuttle up this way and gets obliterated by double turret on its way up to the Terran base. That would be pretty cool. So upgrade advantage here. +1 attack is done for the mech. No upgrades for b.harleyjarvis at all. What do we got? I'm still waiting for that 3rd base to come in, but I don't know if it's going to. So 0-0 Dragoons fighting against +1 attack siege tanks, but not that, like, not a ton of them, I guess. Yeah, spider mines. This is the... Okay, 2 tips for bigCHEESE here. One would be move some of these SCVs to your natural. That's like tip number 1A. Number 2 is just put spider mines down. Put spider mines down all over the map. Like, there's one. I love that. Put one over here. You do not actually have spider mines on that Vulture, so never mind. But these other guys, just put spider mines here. Wherever you happen to be with a Vulture, honestly, lay spider mines. It's not going to be bad. Your enemy at this level of StarCraft will wander Dragoons into the spider mines at some point. Ooh, or just walk into your tanks. Okay, good fallback. Only lost 3 Dragoons there unnecessarily. Now the Goliaths are dying unnecessarily. Ooh, scanning out the obs is nice. Now this is where spider mines are extra good. Extra good when the obs has been sniped. So checking to make sure no base there. Great. Doesn't really have any vision on this base, potentially. That'd be a nice one for bigCHEESE to expand to. God, Terran's expanding it again. No, it's an engineering bay floating. All right, fair enough, fair enough. Further upgrades coming in on the armory. Double armory, but only one armory is working. Wraiths being produced. I like that. Maybe for hunting obs. Third base now gets warped in right side by bigCHEESE. And bigCHEESE finds this whole thing where he's like, hey, you don't get to put turrets outside of my base and not even support them with anything at all. That's terrible. This really feels like bigCHEESE doesn't want to move from this position at all. And I don't think I agree with him on that. Is that the only way? Hold on a second. It's not the only way to his base, is it? Is that really? Dude, I think it is. You come this way, you come that way. Everything is funneled through this ginormous bridge. Okay, so that's why he's setting up here. He can't get run around. He can get recalled, he can get shuttled, but he can't get walked around this tank line to attack any other position, any of his bases. Oh, that's interesting. I like the Vulture making sure this base doesn't exist. I'd like some vision over here for the Terran, making sure that doesn't exist. Let's see, is he scanning that? He's scanning the Protoss base, and he's like, are you going carriers? No, just more gateways? Great. I can handle gateways with my siege tanks. That sounds fantastic. I got 1-1 on my tanks. Armories are now working on 2-2. Big fan of that. Big fan of that. Protoss got that +1 attack, but no further upgrades yet. Not working on a +2 either. So siege tanks, siege in. Maybe we don't just want to sit there for all time here. Dude, sending the engineering bay down to this space would be cool. So another scan. Just sees what we're dealing with down here. Scanning is the Terran's best weapon in this matchup especially, man. Knowing where the Protoss is awesome. Was that a High Templar that just wandered, or a Zealot that just wandered in there? We have a Templar Archives? I'm not sure we do. That was definitely a Zealot then. No, there is a Templar Archives. That could have been a High Templar. Ooh. That sounded like a High Templar. Ooh, Storm drops. Storm drops. Okay, he who can use drops is probably going to be better than the player that does not use drops in a game. Same thing with spell casting. All other things being equal, those two things can introduce a lot into your game. Free pylon is free. Oh my gosh, they're going to run into these turret. Or this turret, rather. Oh, that shuttle's dead. That shuttle's got 3 High Templar in it and a Zealot. Ah! Is this one going to die too? No. 7 hit points left on it. Oh my gosh. It's just going to go home. It's like, wait. What a catch. What an absolute crazy catch there by bigCHEESE. That was fantastic. Really good. Okay. Everything calm. Both players over 100 APM, about 130. Terran player on 3 bases. Protoss has a 3rd base, but isn't mining from it yet. And maybe going to try to get a 4th base here, too, potentially. Potentially. We're going to ×2 this thing, just because just kind of hanging out. We're not attacking into this if we're Protoss. And Terran, we are attacking into this if we're Protoss. Back to regular speed. Free High Templar is free, though. Oh, no, he gets a Storm off. Never mind. Not free at all. Totally killed a siege tank. Trades are good. And then this missile turret position gets wiped out. Hilarious. Okay, so if you move your line from here to here, that further hems in the Protoss player at least a little bit. Because this is all walled off, man. You can't walk this way. These guys are kind of stuck from joining the rest of their friends unless they walk through these tanks and the two tanks and Goliaths. Sorry, I'd almost forgot to mention that. Battle cruisers are being made in a PvT. All right. That is fun. That's what lower level StarCraft is all about, man. Let's do it. Let's bring some battle cruisers into play here. b.harleyjarvis using shuttles liberally to expand to his side of the map. Not so much using it to drop stuff over on the other side of the map, and I think it'd be good. I think it'd be amazing to drop some Zealots on this base. Like, I don't even know. What the heck would bigCHEESE do? He'd probably grab all of his Vultures and run them back. Try to deal with it, but it would maybe take some time. I don't know. It would be dangerous, I guess. But maybe worried about running into more... Oh, no, maybe not. Maybe not worried about running into more missile turrets because He's moving. He's kind of moving. We're going for it. We're going for it, folks. Trying to break this position. Some of these tanks are new to the party and are not sieged up yet. bigCHEESE really needs... Oh, he does siege. While getting stormed, but, hang on. Maybe it's going to work anyway. Oh, the storms are good. The spellcasting for b.harleyjarvis is excellent. A lot of tanks died, but sometimes when it comes down to tank lines, if you didn't kill all of the tanks, you still lose. Because a couple tanks remaining still pretty great. Man, these 2-2 Goliaths are like, we'll fight you. We do tons of damage, man. We do tons of ground damage. Look at us. 14 damage times 2. Twin autocannons, man. Ah, big hits falling back. Okay, so 142 to 89 supply in favor of bigCHEESE right now. A lot of that's SCVs. The man has 72 SCVs on 3 total bases, and his main base is mined out. He needs to expand now. Like, he's got an SCV thinking about doing it, and maybe afraid to do so. Perhaps. One of the things I always notice, kind of like in lower mid-level PvTs, is how slow the matchup is. Like, as a Zerg player, the reason I chose Zerg back in 1998 is because it's fast. Because Zerg is about moving quickly from place to place, harassing here, dropping here, running here, right? But Protoss and Terran, especially mech, is so ponderous, though. And attacking into mech as a Protoss is so fraught that PvT is the matchup that has the most, like, just kind of hanging around. Don't feel too great about moving out from both players, right? So it allows you to kind of focus more on your macro. There's less engaging happening. There's a lot of things to worry about, right? And so if you don't have to worry about attacking or defending harassment or anything, you can focus on your macro more. So what's up, battlecruiser fleet? We've got a 6 battlecruiser fleet over here out of bigCHEESE. We'll see if he can use it, though. Storm exists. Dragoon count is actually a little bit light compared to the Zealot count here, which I guess makes sense if you're worried. If you're worried about the siege tanks and not so much the Goliaths, of which there are none. Or Vultures, rather, of which there are none. Yeah, no Vultures is crazy. Ooh, I love the 1 Valkyrie, too. He's just going to fly right into the main base of Harley-Jarvis with these battlecruisers and be like, surprise. He's working on 1-1 upgrades for them. They're not there yet. But the man's maxed out. Like, this is the kind of move you do when you're maxed out. I'm okay with it. No. No, but really, go for it, man. Dude, free Zealots are free. Upgrades, 1-1 for the ground units for the toss. That 2-2. Oh, the 3-3 is actually going into the battle cruisers instead. The 3-3 for the mech is being turned into battlecruiser 1-1. That's where those resources and the time is going here. Arbiter Tribunal coming in. He's like, oh boy. I could really use some kind of a stasis against these BCs. Yeah, I don't know why we have these many Valkyries. What are you worried about? That the battle cruisers can't handle that you have Valkyries. You think Corsairs are going to be here? They suck against BCs. Like, I'm really trying to figure out what the Valkyries are all about. Maybe our guy bigCHEESE can come into the comments of this and tell us what exactly the Valkyries are for. Because I don't know. Dude, I think you got this. I think you got this. Look at this. These, okay, you're worried about... Yeah, he's dodging Storm. He saw the High Templar come in. He's got Yamato and the energy for Yamato, too. 1 BC down. Yeah, I think 1 BC has died. High Templar sniping. But eating Storms while sniping High Templar is tough. Oh, man. Like I said, the Storm is the thing the battle cruisers are going to worry about. That's exactly what happened there. Good golly. That was insane. All right, so this is why battle cruisers aren't ever seen against Protoss, is because there are a lot of answers. Storm is amazing against battle cruisers. It ignores armor. It hits like a truck. I mean, all of it is good stuff, dude. All right, what do we got going on here? Nexus. Maybe expand over here too. I like it. See, the trick here is if you had sent those battle cruisers here and then A moved, you probably would have killed this base and this base while you were doing it because everybody came home to deal with the battle cruisers, right? That's the sneakiness. And a Nexus over here, too. If HarleyJarvis wins this thing, it's just going to be sheer patience and expanding all over this map. This Anti-Hunters, which I don't know what makes it Anti-Hunters. I mean, Hunters has that general center area you have to control as well, so that kind of seems like the same thing as this one. I guess maybe the mineral patches are better than Hunters? You still got the 1500 mineral patches on the expansions. Oh, okay, bigCHEESE is just going to try to set up right here. There are not enough tanks to do that, my friend. I am sorry. I am so sorry. Okay, well, everyone's dead there. More battle cruisers being made. 3 more starports coming in. He's like, I just didn't have enough battle cruisers. This looks bad. This looks bad. No, what you need against this composition is more siege tanks. Just all of the siege tanks would be so good here. But instead, it's battle cruisers that are getting stormed to death and dragooned to death. And, well, it looks like all of bigCHEESE's army is currently in Battlecruiser Valkyrie, which again, I don't know what the Valkyries are for. I really don't understand what the Valkyries are for. Yep, I don't think Valkyries have any viability against Protoss, like at all. I really don't. So that's effective. I mean, that is dead supply. Unless I'm forgetting some use here. We've seen them used against carriers in fastest map games. But, like, not on 1v1s. So, yeah, bigCHEESE kind of getting steamrolled here, right? We're looking at a 200 to 140 supply difference. bigCHEESE has just lost 2 bases in the span of about 3 minutes. On the other side, though, bigCHEESE is going to wipe out the stasis, though. Ooh, stasising the Valkyries was an interesting choice, Arbiter. Again, I don't know what threat the Valkyries are posing to you, except maybe they're faster than battle cruisers, and they can chase you down, but it takes a while for them to kill you because they don't do great against armored things, which you are. They're really intended to kill Mutalisks. The Valkyrie is an anti-Mutalisk unit. I think y'all know that, but yeah, the more traditional army comps are good. Still only 1-1 here for this ground army for HarleyJarvis, but he's working on a +2 attack. Not that he needs it. Oh my gosh, the storming over the wall here is such a good way to get rid of these tanks. Bam, tank's gone. Don't have to worry about those anymore. Now bigCHEESE has got 1,500 minerals in the bank and 1,100 gas, but that income is fallen to 0. No income. Anything we spend is coming directly out of the bank at this stage. More Stargates in production. I don't know why we need more Stargates. Maybe he's going to try to get some scouts out to deal with these battle cruisers who are base racing him, technically. Look at these probes evacing. It's like, well, I've got income and you don't. So yeah, b.harleyjarvis has got this thing. Now, you might be tempted to say, hey, the Nexus first totally worked. But you know, I think it's more the battle cruiser attempts. I think putting money into siege tanks instead of battle cruisers would have been the way to go there. I appreciate battle cruisers. They're fun, right? They are strong. They can hit hard, but there are things that definitely counter them. And one of those things is Psionic Storm, and HarleyJarvis is very good with Psionic Storm. So this was not going to work under any circumstances. But he's sticking in the game. He also doesn't have any production facilities, so he's gonna die with about 1,500 minerals and 1,000 gas in the bank. Yeah, the supply block is real. The SCVs that have been kind of sitting up here since the main base mined out 20 minutes ago are dying all over the place. And if you're just trying to base race with battle cruisers, you probably need more. And they're slow too, right? They're really slow. So this game's over. Couple siege tanks still fighting for Team bigCHEESE here. A couple vultures too. That would be nice. Hey, a Yamato got used. Say, hey, we did it. We got a Yamato out of these guys. First ones. Yeah, these 4 Dragoons can't actually kill all of you. I'm sorry. They can't. I know you're worried that they can. But they cannot. Oh, now you're just kind of trapping them over here, I guess. Sure. Sure, why not? Making him hang out in this dead airspace. Okay, but if you're going to trap someone, both sides of the trap have to be strong, and this side of the trap is not very strong. So that gets wiped out. Some probes are over here for some reason. I guess they could build a base. It is 6,000 minerals for bigCHEESE. bigCHEESE floating the starport. This game is over. I mean, look. There's maybe a tiny, tiny window where bigCHEESE just gets up and walks away from his computer for the next 30 minutes and bigCHEESE totally wins the game. But that does not appear to be happening as APM continues to be about 100. bigCHEESE. bigCHEESE believes in his capabilities. Okay, Yamato on a High Templar is also very good. But yeah, this game's over. I mean, this is bigCHEESE's supply blocks. He has 0 available supply. Yamatoing High Templar again, just for the lulz of it. Ugh, absolutely insane. This is... I mean, I like the Yamato. I do. And again, battlecruiser design is fun. It's just, battlecruisers in StarCraft 2 were really bad too, but then they gave them the ability to shoot and move at the same time. And battlecruisers that could shoot and move at the same time in Brood War would be amazing as well. But that's it. bigCHEESE loses all of his guys to stasis, taps out, and b.harleyjarvis is our winner here in 35-47. Oh, that's good. That was good. Again, it's hard to look at battlecruisers in PvT and not just think of a throw. Just be like, well, you know, this game was going pretty well. And then the battlecruisers were produced, and then that was it. I really think that was it. So, GG. I mean, good upgrades here. The attempt to kind of keep b.harleyjarvis on 2 bases was good. More spider mines would have been fantastic. Like, using the spider mines your vultures had, just putting them anywhere in this general vicinity would have been awesome. Maybe not like all of them right on top of your tanks, but you know the drill there. But yeah, end of the day, just too many bases for the Protoss. The battlecruisers were too easily countered, and then the ground army wasn't big enough as a result. So GG, b.harleyjarvis gets it, 213 to 164 on the thousands there for the win. Outproducing the Terran, outkilling the Terran, losing fewer units, structures raised 74 to 37 in favor of b.harleyjarvis, and an outspend by the Protoss of only about 1,000 minerals in this game, which should not be enough for 35 minutes. But when a lot of what bigCHEESE is producing are battlecruisers, that kind of screws it up here, doesn't it? Messes it up real good. So GG, that's a win in Season 2 of Noob Star League. Awesome stuff. Really fun. We're going to get more of this stuff on a Sunday cast coming up next week, so let's check that out. But yeah, thanks again for sending in the replay. Thanks for being a patron, David. And until next time, this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.